Hey guys, my name is Harry Karanassos from the Foundry of Ideas. This video is part of a video series on woodworking projects and tools, and hopefully these videos will make it easier for you to find exactly what you're looking for. As you may remember, very recently we had a look at how to make connections of boards with dowels. So I thought, since I have shown you various jigs that deal with the application of dowels, why not make an actual example, a practical application from beginning to end? And so this is what we are going to do in this video. I have arranged the length of the drill bit here between the tip and the stopper so that I will get inside my wood 25 millimeters of hole. So now I shall be drilling with the Forstner bit. And essentially what I have arranged here is that the Forstner bit has penetrated the board so as to allow 10 millimeter depth. If you recall, our eccentric wheel thickness is 10 millimeters. So this is our calculation here. Now I shall go back to drill from here down to here, and for that purpose I need to adjust the stopper so that my drill bit will come up to here. So I have adjusted my drill bit so that this length from the stopper to the tip means the stopper will touch here when the tip is down here. You can see what has happened here is we have two holes and the hole for the Forstner bit with the same setting that I had before. I shall drill here and then I shall drill with the Forstner bit and then again here. However, before I drill here, I have already set this for the depth where we are here. I'll drill there first. And now the next step is to use the Forstner bit. Okay, now I have to take my measurement so that here the drill bit will penetrate by 25 millimeters. As you can see here, we have on this end of the board, let's call this top, the Forstner bit hole, and then we have another hole here and here, which will be for the dowels that we are going to use. We are using the 50 millimeter dowel, 8 millimeter diameter. The next step now will be to repeat whatever I have done on this side, to repeat the same on the leg of the stool, one of the legs of the stool, and then if I do it here, I will repeat the same exercise here, and then of course we will go for the other set of legs which will be on the other side. I have not changed anything regarding this bushing here. We are going to go down 25 millimeters for the dowel. Next we are going to go for the Forstner bit. As you can see, hole for the dowel and hole for the bolt that will accept the eccentric wheel. I'm going now to repeat exactly the same thing on this side. Basically, I am adjusting now, forcing a bit here, forcing a bit on the same side, and at the same moment I am adjusting for the distance of the hole for the dowel. First of all, I shall drill the forcing side because my other drill is already set for that depth. I'm just trying to minimize the repetition. And now I'm going to go here so that I can account for the thickness here plus 25 millimeters here. That's too long. You can immediately see that it is too long. And so we are done on both sides. As you can see, here we have both of our boards, and here we are. This will go like so, and the other will go on the other side like so. Leg here, and the same here and here. We are done now with these short pieces. Now, as you can see, I have set up the leg here. I will drill the 8 millimeter hole here, which will penetrate by 25 millimeters, half of the dowel, but I cannot drill here because this will only accept an 8 millimeter drill bit. However, here we need a 10 millimeter hole because this is where the nylon plug is going to go that will accept our bolt. Here, as you remember, I need to go down by 10 millimeters because this is the depth of the nylon plug. I don't need any of the tools. I have marked where I need to drill, and basically all I have to make sure is that here I use a 10 millimeter drill bit. A 10 millimeter hole here and an 8 millimeter hole here. This is for the dowel and this is for the nylon plug. I have set my 8 millimeter drill bit to go into the wood by 25 millimeters. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to put the drill bit here and just mark the position where I'm going to use the 10 millimeter drill. Dowel 8 millimeters, plug 10 millimeters, and they are symmetrical as you can see. The 10 millimeter on the inside, 8 millimeter on the outside. As far as we are concerned, this is done. Now I shall demonstrate to you how we attach the leg to the. For that purpose I shall fix the dowel . And now I'm going to apply the side that takes the force in a bit, but before I do that, of course, I've got to apply here a nylon plug. And as you remember, this one is with a Phillips top. Before we go any further, I might as well get one eccentric wheel. This is how things are at the moment. As you can see, I have tightened this one, and on the upper part I have a dowel. Now this is just to demonstrate to you that we are going in the right direction. However, before I assemble the actual whole bit of the stool, the whole arrangement, I will free this and put glue here, and of course on the back. I have done the upper part for this leg. Now I shall do the upper part for this side and for the other leg. So as you can see now, I am ready to drill for the other leg, 8mm dowel. And here I'm just going to put a little marker. First of all, dowel. Okay, then the plug. Right. This is our arrangement. Dowel and the next thing that I need to do is apply an eccentric wheel. And this is locked. And of course, as you can see, I have now finished with the two frames. Here, as you can see, I have prepared the first stiffener. It's got a hole here which I made with a Forstner bit, and the same on this side. And on this side, as you can see, I have two 8mm holes. One for the dowel and the other one for the steel rod that I'm going to put here. In order to find out the exact position on the leg where I need to drill the holes for the bolt and for the dowel, I will apply here and here suitable dowel centers. I will press it here, and that will give me two impressions where I need to do the drilling. As you can see, I'm placing these two dowel centers on what I called earlier on stiffener, and I'm going now to apply this on the leg so that I can get the location of where I need to drill. I have marked approximately where I want to be, and I have two indentations here. I go any further, I shall check again the depth of my drill to make sure that I am 10mm. My 10mm is here. Where I'm going. So basically you can see that I have drilled 10mm and 8mm holes. The depth of the holes is in both instances as you can see now. I have put the stiffener on the leg, and the next step will be to apply one of the eccentric wheels. There we are, the eccentric wheel is in place. Now I shall repeat the same process with this stiffener, which at the moment I have not drilled yet, and that stiffener is going to go on this side. So now, as you can see, I have got both of the stiffeners on the frame of the legs on this side. So now, as you can see, our base of the stool is complete and very strong, and the only thing that remains is to put one more stiffener at the top here, just to keep it all in good stability. As you can see, we are now finished. This is how this is held, and you can imagine that the strength of this is perfectly adequate. As you can see, this is the final product. Everything is in place, including the top, which I have not videoed. However, I have got still photographs, and I will talk you through how it was fitted. It is perhaps the easiest part to fit on the complete product. As you can see, it is a very strong construction, and I have tested it by having various heavy people sit on it, and they assured me that they were very comfortable and very felt very safe on it. No chance of it collapsing at all. Basically, once the whole stool was completed, I coated it with Ronsil Ultra Tough Satin Coat Clear Varnish, and that's it really. It's now complete and ready to be used. In my final comments and remarks, I would have to raise a few points so that it makes the whole video more complete. One thing that I need to bring to your attention is the dowel centers, and these are very important when it comes to assembling the whole thing, especially assembling the top onto the lower part of the stool. If you remember, the stool without the top is got an I shape, letter I, and in that letter I did drill on the sides 4 holes on either side, and in the middle 3 holes, and on each one of those holes I placed the dowel centers, and then very carefully I placed the top, and I got an impression from all these dowel centers, and that is how I drilled 10mm holes accordingly, and those met the dowels that I had already placed on the lower frame. And that's, like I said earlier, a relatively easy part to accomplish. As a finishing touch, I used my router to put a little bit of a finish on the periphery of the top, and basically that's all there is to it. I'm very happy with the end product, and to conclude, I would say I never expected that it would be so relatively easy to construct the whole thing. As a final concluding remark, I would like to say a few things about the gangway jig. The gangway jig, I think, is very, very versatile if you are going to work with dowels and the eccentric wheels and the steel bolts, as well as the nylon plugs. One thing that is of importance when using this drilling jig is to take accurate measurements. At least this is what I found. And another thing I have done, which you will see in the still photographs that I have attached in my final notes and remarks. I have scribed lines that indicate the center of the bushings at the top, as well as on the sides of the top block. I found this very convenient and very helpful, because obviously when you are constructing something and you want to drill somewhere, you want to have a good indication as to where will be the center for the drill bit. Otherwise, I think the concept of this jig is very good, and whenever I have to build something similar in the future, I will use it. Definitely I will employ it in the construction. I have made in my final notes and remarks within the video, I have provided some worked out examples of the actual drilling preparations that you have to make so that you drill in the right place, which I hope you will find useful if you decide to go ahead and purchase this jig and use it for your woodworking projects. Other than that, I think I have nothing else to say. It was generally a very easy project. All it took was glue, wood, and the furniture fixing components, which are the bolt, the eccentric wheel, and the nylon plugs. And that's all there is to it. I have added a few embellishments which are basically only for visual betterment rather than anything else. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope that you have taken some good ideas from it, and I will see you the next time. Well, we have reached the end of this video. I do hope that you have found my video informative and useful. Thank you very much for taking the time to go through it with me. If you enjoyed my video, please consider liking it and do subscribe to my channel. If you have any points that you wish to raise, or if you have any questions which are connected to this video, please leave them below in the comments. Your comments are valuable to me because I do try to produce videos that are related to the points that I receive from you. Your comments also help me to make better videos, so please keep your comments coming. Stay safe, healthy and happy, and I hope to see you in my next video.